It was time again to make another journey to the Victorian High Country. I usually spend at least twice a year, 1 week in there, but somehow this year it didn't pan out that way. I had Holger, an old friend from Germany, visiting me. He never drove a four-wheel drive off-road. The way out from Bright to Smoko camp, we had the first glimpse of the high country. Rob, myself, Holger, also stretcher setup for Mark as usual. Robert providing the night entertainment.
Small cooking fire. No rocks around it.
You made with your bare hands?
Yeah, rub 2 sticks together.
Good.
Made sure one was a match.
The next morning we made our way back into Bright for a final stock up and to wander around this beautiful town.
Yeah, I got to say, the kids would absolutely love it here.
We made our way up to Mount Bufalo, which is on a tar road but a fairly winding one. The first chalet was built up on the side of the existing chalet in 1910. It has not been used commercially since 2007, and finally now some urgently needed restoration work is in progress to preserve this beautiful historic building. In 1854, James and John Manfield climbed the long spur from the Buckland Valley, exploring the plateau. Later, a group of Buckland miners would walk the length of the plateau from the Horn to the gorge, with Manfield as a guide. Soon seasonal mustering of cattle driven up the southern slopes of Bufalo would occur due to its abundance of good feed on the open plains.
Buffalo.
Our next stop was Lake Cantani, a man-made lake which was engineered in the 1950s by the chief engineer Carlo Cantani. Sometimes the lake is actually frozen and people used to ice skate on it. Our next stop was the Horn on top of Mount Bufalo.
We just found a little shelter here. Help me. No, we're gonna get out. So let's.
On the way back down, we decided to have lunch at the Urobine Falls picnic area, a beautiful little mountain stream with very cold water, but because it was very hot we decided to go for a quick swim. Mark explains to us how cold the water is.
It's a perfect day for the road. Blue sky will take us home. We'll take it easy, we'll take it slow.
We're here.
Yeah.
Buckland Junction.
It's a good day for the road.
There's Buckland.
Oh, it's quite nice here though. That is spectacular.
Go so fast.
It's my kind of camp.
You with the ones you love. But I won't worry today. Even if time flies away.
Mark and Dan decided to camp at the main campground a bit higher up, and after our swim and dinner, Rob, myself and Holger jumped in Rob's car and did a little bit of a recce as the trek continued on to the other side of the river.
The diamonds shine on the snow. My guitar's asleep on the backseat. I'm following the river to another show.
Left it down a bit. So, left it down a bit.
It's a perfect day for the road.
And now we just entered the Alpine National Park and having a look here at a campground, I think it is. Very nice. Not a single soul.
It's a perfect day for the road. The blue sky will take us home.
Stopped at a hill here, heard a funny noise. Turned out to be was Mark. His electronic handbrake seems to have ceased. The odds were against him because really he pretty much on all the trips we had he never had anything going wrong. Now look, in the D3 there was a little plastic cover on top which you took off, and then
There's a thing that you pull.
which you have to pull very hard. What does that say?
It does say nothing. Okay, there's a plate on there, so I've got to take that out first.
Stop. That was it? Beautiful. Driving down to Blue Wreck, to the campground. Never been there. I've been at Blue Wreck, I don't know, 4 times I think. Never down. We're planning to drive back up then and camp at the top to view the sunset and sunrise. Yeah. Yeah. down is helpful. Try once more, but you got to be higher up to the right hand side there.
Woo! I think this was the cleanest I've ever been on a trip. We went pretty much, except one day, every day swimming in the very fresh rivers, and often even twice or three times. Absolutely beautiful.
Is it too fresh for you?
While the rest of the group camped down by the river, myself and Dan decided to go up to Blue Wreck and watch the sunset and sunrise.
On film.
I hope you've got coffee and a bacon and egg roll ready.
Sorry, the takeaway van is already gone.
Very much on that.
So we all arrived at South Basalt Hut. Yeah, it's not that much of a hut, an old railway carriage.
The concrete veranda.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's interesting. What is that thing on the top for, Robert? Any idea? Feeding or what? No.
We figured out it was an old cooling carriage where they had ice on top to cool, yeah, pretty much whatever was in that carriage down.
We just turned into South Basalt North. Met a party of 6-7 cars who just came up it, and yeah, I mean, always steep, obviously. Supposedly a couple of interesting bits again and detours, so it sounds good.
The guys we met before told us that there was one interesting section left on South Basalt North, and yeah, we should definitely drive it. And this was the intersection to the left hand side is a shortcut, and straight ahead is the standard way. So obviously I decided to take the shortcut to the left. It wasn't too crazy, but it was reasonably interesting and quite steep. We followed the Crooked River trek towards the Grand Historic Mining Area. It's an interesting little trek, fairly flat at the bottom of the valley, but with many river crossings. So if you love water and crossings, yeah, it's very pretty.
Robert's
I'm just
bush
roughing it.
cuisine. That looks good.
Baby spinach.
And some meat or some cold.
Cheese. Meat.
We had dinner at the Dargo pub, and because it looked fairly dark and like it would start to rain, Mark decided to stay in the cabin in Dargo. I think we lost some, huh?
Oh, there you mate.
Thank you. You mean the fair weather campers?